Boker Tov, good morning and Chag Sameach. It's wonderful to be here with you on this Friday morning, this intermediate day of Pesach, the last day of Pesach, Shvi'i, the seventh day of Pesach, as we observe it, begins tonight as Shabbat begins. And it's amazing that we're already here at the last days of Pesach. Please do share a greeting with others this morning and with me. It's wonderful to be here with you. Good morning, Joni, and good morning to one and all. It's really wonderful to be here with you today to say Boker Tov. Welcome to Boker Tov from Temple Sinai. Temple Sinai congregation of Toronto's daily opportunity to connect, to reflect, and to remember. Good morning, Annette, and good morning to Lauren and Barb in Israel. Wonderful to have you with us and all of us to be together. Fern and Lance and Kathy and Paul. Boker Tov, Boker O. Good morning and Chag Sameach. And so as we join together this morning, we will celebrate the holiday. And good morning, Eleanor and Marion. This being a statutory holiday, today is our singular service for the morning. And again, our service online tonight will be at 6:30 p.m. Because of some technical excitements. Please double check if you're joining us tonight. The link, it will be on a Zoom link, not the regular streaming link. If you go to the Temple website at templesinai.net, you'll find the correct link there, as well as in your events that went out yesterday. But now let's join together with gratitude for this beautiful day, wherever we are in the world, in Greater Toronto, in Tel Aviv, anywhere. And let's join together in these words, thanking God for this day. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yetzar et ha'adam bechokma, וברא נקבים נקבים, חלולים חלולים, גלוי וידוע לפני כיסא כבודך, שאם ייפתח אחד מהם, או ייסתם אחד מהם, יהיה אפשר להתקיים ולעמוד לפניך. ברוך אתה אדוני, הרופא כל בשר, ומפליא לעשות. Blessed eternal God, creator of the universe, you have fashioned our bodies with wisdom, creating within us a finely balanced network. To stand before you in prayer is itself a fragile miracle. Eternal God, we praise you as the healer of body and spirit. And the soul is forever free. Let us recite together our prayer for the soul. The soul that you have given me, O God, is a pure one. You have created and formed it, breathed it into me, and within me you sustain it. So long as my soul is within me, I will give thanks to you, eternal my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. We praise you, eternal God, in whose hand is the power of all life and the spirit of all flesh. And let's join together, La Sok B'divrei Torah, in these words of commitment to study and learning. Freedom comes from opening the mind together with the heart and soul. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. וערב נא אדוני אלוהינו את דברי תורתך בפינו ובפי עמך בית ישראל, ונהיה אנחנו וצאצאינו וצאצאי עמך בית ישראל, כולנו יודעי שמך ולומדי תורתך לשמה. ברוך אתה אדוני, המלמד תורה לעמו ישראל. אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור. These are the obligations whose value cannot be measured. They nourish us in this world and help us to create the world to come. Kibud av va'em, to honor fathers and mothers. Ugmilut chasadim, to perform acts of love and kindness. Vashkamat bet midrash shacharit v'arovit, to attend the house of study morning and evening. V'achnasat ochim, to welcome the stranger. Ubikur cholim, to visit the sick. V'hachnasat kala, to provide for brides and grooms. Ulvayad hamed, to keep faith with the dead. V'yun tefillah, to pray with sincerity. V'hava'at shalom ben adam l'chavero, to make peace when there is strife. V'tamud Torah keneged kulam, and the study of Torah is equal to them all. Well, each day during this holiday of Pesach, I've tried together with you to recite the morning blessings that include the prayer to be free. Pesach is a holiday of freedom, and with freedom comes choice and responsibility. I'll say more about that in my words today, looking out at the bigger world, at the kind of choices that we face right now as Jews and as Canadians. But let us, as the holiday continues, we'll have a bit of Hallel today as well. Let us chant the blessings, except when we get to the blessing for freedom and free will and the blessing for freeing captives. To essential elements of every day. We'll after we chant those in Hebrew, we'll recite them in English. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sech v'bina, lahavchin ben yom uben laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzalmenu kidmutenu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani ben chorin. Blessed eternal God, creator of the universe, you have given me free will. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asali kol tzorki. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim. Blessed eternal God, creator of the universe, you release those who are held captive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam roka haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael b'gvura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael b'tifara. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam anoten leYaev koach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hama'avir shena me'enai utnuma me'afapai. Well, we have recited 18 blessings this morning, Chai Borachot, and so in celebration of life and in celebration of Pesach, let us join together in singing Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך. וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם, ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Well, as we've done each day throughout Pesach, let us continue with prayers specifically for Pesach, including our prayer that our prayers be received at this sacred time, known as Ya'aleh V'Yavo, and let us recite it here together before we move on to Hallel. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, ya'aleh v'yavo v'yizacher zichronenu, v'zichron kol amcha beit Yisrael lefanecha, letova, lechen, u'lechesed, u'lerachamim, lechayim u'leshalom, v'yom chag hamatzot hazeh. Zochrenu Adonai Eloheinu bo letova, amen, ufokdenu vo levracha, amen. Amen. Our God and God of all ages, be mindful of your people Israel on this day of Pesach, and renew in us love and compassion, goodness, life, and peace. This day remember us for well-being. Amen. This day bless us with your nearness. Amen. This day help us to a fuller life. Amen. And we continue with our Hallel prayers, except I typed in the wrong number there. There we go. Please join me in the blessing for Hallel, and I think we're going to sing a different psalm this morning. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et Hallel. And the tune of Adir Hu is one that is very familiar and that is used to represent the holiday. So let's see if we can sing Adir Hu, Yigalenu Bekarov, that traditional tune, except with Psalm 18. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasdo, ki le'olam chasdo, yomarna Yisrael, ki le'olam chasdo, yomuna v'daharon, Ki le'olam chasdo, yomuna yirei Adonai, Ki le'olam chasdo, yomuna yirei Adonai, Ki le'olam chasdo. Nice to use a Pesach tune before the time of Pesach and its celebration comes to an end. It is a holiday that moves quickly in many ways. It seems at the beginning like it will be a lengthy holiday, and then all of a sudden we find ourselves close to the conclusion of Pesach. As we do, as the days move forward, we find ourselves not only in the later half of the days of Nisan, but in the later half of the days of April. And here in Canada, that means that we are in the midst of a very short federal election. And so in order to address that this morning, I want to talk about two things. I want to share a little bit about this election from a Jewish perspective, as well as a message that I think is important. I'm going to visit a website created by our community to focus Jewish attentions during this time. And I think it's interesting how it's done. Here it is. I'm sharing it with you. I put the link in the chat so you can have it and copy it. It's called More Than Just a Vote, and it's at jewishcanadavotes.ca. And it really is about the importance of voting, a reminder that there are things we can do. We can do more than just vote. Yes, it's essential to go vote, but we can also help others and make it easier for them to vote if it's difficult for them, that we can reach out to the candidates who might represent us rather than wait for them to knock on our doors. Um, and that if we feel strongly about any party or candidate, we can get involved. I found actually that it's a Pesach election. There's section about the 4 questions to ask your local candidates. I think these are really important ones. And so I wanted to draw your attention to them and encourage you to draw others' attention to them as well. And again, it's the questions that matter. The physical safety of Jewish people is an issue in today's Canada. Please make sure to, when you speak to any candidates or in your considerations, to figure in whatever degree you feel is a good balance with other issues. These issues, physical safety of Jewish people and Jewish gatherings, accountability for hate, finding out what a future government or future lawmakers would do to hold accountable those who threaten our people, strengthening Canada-Israel ties. This is such an important time for that as Israel continues to defend itself. We may not or may love Israel's current government, most likely may not, but that doesn't change the value of the Canada-Israel relationship long term. And safeguarding Canadian values and Canadian society. What would a candidate do to help our Jewish community secure, to help guarantee our Jewish community has a secure and vibrant future in Canada? It is really a worthy website. That's why I wanted to share it with you. And of course, most important is for everyone at this time to raise their voices and vote. But I want to talk another way about raising voices before moving on, and that is I've seen a number of different Jewish voices raised, especially on social media, that are personally and cruelly critical of anyone from a Jewish perspective, assuming that the only Jewish alternative is to vote for a particular party. It really upsets me when members of our community display this kind of internal intolerance. I do think we need to consider the questions that have just been put before you. And it is my opinion that certain of the parties that are running, I think, will have a harder time giving satisfactory answers to those 4 questions than others. I have already put the website in the chat. Thanks, Fernan Lance, for that suggestion. It's just above your comment there. In case somebody joined us late, I can add it again. Oh, I see. I accidentally didn't make it accessible to everyone. Thanks. There you go. There is, in fact, a website that everyone can reach. But what I was saying was, while certain parties, in my opinion, will have a harder time answering these fear kashas, these 4 questions, than others, the notion that Jews should be cruel or insulting or dismissive of other Jews because of the political choices that they make is unacceptable. It's a violation, I think, of Jewish values as well as of Canadian values. I think we have an obligation to have a vigorous debate among ourselves, to discuss with people who disagree with us, and to do so respectfully. The only decision, in my opinion, that is worthy of criticism would be deciding not to vote. This is a complicated and difficult election. Many people I've spoken to and myself find it challenging to make choices in this environment, but not to choose to disengage is the wrong choice. And in fact, in my opinion, we need to work doubly hard to engage during this time that is crucial for our people. So thanks for Fernan Lance for pointing out that I accidentally only shared the link with myself, and now everyone should have access to it. Our connection to Israel is a connection also to those who sacrifice and fight to keep Israel and Israelis and all Israeli citizens safe. So please join me in this prayer for their safety during this time of sacrifice. מי שבירך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, ואמותינו שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל, ושאר מגני עמנו העומדים על משמרתם. ישמרם הקדוש ברוך הוא, ויצילם מכל צרה וצוקה, ומכל נגע ומחלה, וישלח ברכה בכל מעשה ידיהם. ויקוים בהם הכתוב, וכיתתו חרבותיהם לעתים, וחניתותיהם למזמרות, לא יישאו גוי לגוי חרב, ולא ימדון עוד מלחמה, וישבו איש תחת גפנו ותחת תאנתו, ואין מחריד, ונאמר אמן. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless the soldiers of the IDF and all who stand on guard for us. May the Holy One guard them against all difficulty and distress, injury, and illness. May all of their actions bring blessing, fulfilling the prophet's words. Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Let nation not lift up sword against nation, and may they learn war no more. May all sit under a vine or fig tree, with none to make them afraid. And together we say, Amen. Well, let us also please recite our prayer for those in need of strength and healing, those in our immediate circle of family and friends, those in our community, and especially because healing is required from cruel treatment as well as from isolation. We recite these words with a powerful hope for and connection to the hostages still cruelly held in Gaza as an everyday crime against humanity, meaning it's renewed each and every day. There's nothing mundane about it. We recite it for them and for all in need. And so for the names that have been given to me and given to Temple, the names placed in the chat and this and other services, we join in these words of refuah. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, ואמותינו שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל, הוא ירפא את כל מכותינו. יהי רצון מלפניך אדוני אלוהינו, להחלימם ולרפאותם, וישלח לנו מהרה רפואה שלמה, ועטרת שלום, ונאמר Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless and heal all who suffer. May it be the divine will to provide healing and strength. Reveal to us the holiness of life, the wholeness of shalom, and let us say together, Amen. Well, it's very meaningful to be here with you this morning to connect and reflect. And it's a crucial time to remember as well. We will have Yizkor services tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. at the synagogue. A powerful time to remember. Please join us as well for our services tonight online at 6:30. Please go to the Temple website or your events that you receive this week to make sure you have the correct link, as it will be on a Zoom link this week as opposed to the regular streaming link. We pause now as we remember, recalling those who died in recent days and weeks, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we've taken into our hearts with our own. In the past days and weeks, we extend our condolences to the families of Pauline Finkelman, Valerie Fox, Gary Brown, Chagit Chovav, Nora Boyd. And we also remember all victims of war and terror, including terror victim Moshe Musa Horan. And on Yahrzeit, on the anniversary of their deaths, on this 20th day of Nisan, the 18th of April, 2025, we honor on Yahrzeit, we remember the life and legacy of Joel Allen, Bess Antflick, Irene Cooper, Clara Desser, Sadie Firestone, Dora Ladovsky, Thelma Letman, Phoebe Markowitz, Bernard Schreiber, Niku Schwartz, Robert Singer. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be a blessing to us. Our griefs and our sympathies are mingled as we turn together to words sanctified by memory, words glorified by hope, the words of Kaddish Yatom. Please join me. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemeh rabba, בעלמא דברכו תה וימליך מלכותה בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב עמו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא ועמו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועמו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועמו amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and bring comfort and strength to all among us. And let us say together, Amen. Well, wishing you a Chag Sameach, a Shabbat Shalom, and a Boker Tov from near and far to each and everyone. And may this be a beautiful time, a time of renewal and strength and growth. Chag Sameach, Boker Tov. Make it a good one.